Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Besiege, and thank you for watching. Besiege is a physics-based medieval siege weapon simulator, guys. It's all about constructing massive machines of death and destruction, and if you do a quick search of this game, either like on YouTube or Google, you're gonna actually see some really cool, impressive stuff out there, guys. It released on Steam Early Access January 2015, which of course means that the game is still in active development, guys. So everything you see is subject to change and not a final representation of the game. So just relax and enjoy the chaos. Besiege was developed and published by Spiderling Studios. You can go ahead and buy into the Besiege Early Access for $6.99, which is a really damn good price for how much screwing around you're going to do in this game, guys. And that's something I just want to put forward right here, right now, is that if you're a person who enjoys playing with Legos, or who enjoyed building models, or in general enjoys construction games, you're going to get so much bang for your buck in this game. It's not even funny. I almost kind of mean that literally as well. There's a lot to enjoy. There's a lot of gameplay and a lot of experimentation to be done, guys. It's a really interesting game, to say the least. Yes, it's an early access. Yes, there's some things that are kind of wonky and there's lag sometimes. And there's probably bugs galore that I have yet to find. But we're going to go ahead and start with the options, of course. There is quite a few options. The game doesn't feature any controller support. It's going to be completely played with your keyboard and mouse. You have some resolution control going all the way to 1080p and probably looks like even possibly farther. You have some blood. You can turn off the blood. You have shadow manipulation, SSAO, FXAA, DOF, and bloom and vignette, which I'm not really sure what vignette is, but I think it just alters the way things look. And that's kind of it as far as the options goes. Very simplistic, not too much to speak of. There is a couple of game modes in the game right now. There's a sandbox mode, and then there's Epsilon, which is about 15 levels worth of chaos, basically. You build machines and you have a goal, which is what we're going to start off with. We're going to start off here. I've already made my way to level 10. That's where I was kind of like stumped because I'm not really good. I'm not really good at Besiege. I'm going to say that I'm a fair... But you're not supposed to see that. Not supposed to see that. We're going to start with this one. You didn't see nothing. I'm not really that great at construction. This is actually kind of like my first successful machine I built right here. I call him Dingy for obvious reasons. But we're not going to show this machine off. We're actually just going to completely destroy this machine. And we're going to start off fresh and start talking about what you're looking at right here. Well, this is the game pretty much completely right here. All these menus down below, all this stuff, this is the game, guys. This is how you're going to be building your machines and kind of constructing things in this little square box area, if you will, to start, making your machine. How do you do that? Well, you basically start grabbing wooden blocks. It's almost kind of like Terra Tech, almost, or other construction games. And you're going to start adding it to your base block, which is that blue block, well, the cyan outline there. And you're going to start adding pieces to this block. So, okay, well, our objective, by the way, is to destroy that little house over there. So we don't really need all that much, chances are. We're probably just going to need, like, a couple of wheels. And that's about it. We'll just do this. A very simple machine. Not going to lie, okay? So we're going to put some steering hinges on there. There you go. And then we're going to put some wheels on those steering hinges, like so. Huzzah. Now we can turn our tires, if you will, and turn our car. And then what we'll do is we'll go down here. This is where you're going to be accessing everything you're talking about here. Matter of fact, we should probably talk about what you're looking at right here. On the top left button, we have a play button. That actually brings you into live mode, where you're going to start interacting with the pieces of your machine. Either if you added tires, you're going to start driving. If you've added cannons, you're going to start shooting. You're going to do whatever you need to do to accomplish the particular goal of the level. In this case, it's to destroy that one simplistic, adorable cottage. To the right of that is a really neat feature which allows you... Let me just finish this machine up and then we'll discuss this. Okay, well, this little thing up here, this little slider up here allows you to adjust how fast things go. So if you were to jack it up 200%, you'd be moving at double the speeds. Basically, everything would be kind of really ridiculously fast. If I hit stop, you're going to go right back into this little square area where we go back into reconstruction mode. If I were to take that and drive it all the way down to 47%, everything would be in slow motion. And I really like this feature. I think it's very cool of them to add this feature. I think it was really neat, and I enjoy it quite a bit because it just allows for some really neat, you know, custom scenes like that. Hilarious scenes where you can just see chaos unfold almost very slowly. To the right of that, you have the ability to save your machines, which is a very important aspect. We could call this machine, I don't give a crap, Little Cannon. Oops, got my caps lock on. Little Man. There we go. Little Man the machine. And it'll save that. It'll be added to my collection. We're going to talk about everything else in this particular screen right here really soon. You can also load up a particular machine. You can undo your last action, redo your last action, move your machine around if you don't like the position it's at. You can change all that. You can rotate it. You can set it down on the ground. You can erase blocks. You can key mapper and parameter tuning. It's kind of like allows you to change the way of the key bindings almost, I think. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Yeah, so you can basically change the key bindings at will of whatever object you want. So that way you can have custom control of your machine assigned to different things. This basically shows you the block amount. This allows you free build mode. Ooh. Okay, that'll be fun. We're going to activate that right now. This basically shows you the basic controls of the game. It's all done with your keyboard and mouse, so it's really not that big of a deal. You can also take, we can reset the camera by pressing F1. Very important, because the camera controls are not necessarily the most greatest thing in the world, to be honest with you. Looks like I'm about 53 frames or so. The camera controls are not the greatest thing in the world. There's a lot of different controls, but it's okay. It just takes getting a little bit used to. I have found myself getting a little bit lost occasionally. And on the bottom of the screen, we have basically our construction blocks, if you will. These are more advanced blocks, which allow us to get like hinges and swivel joints and half pipes and wooden panels. This is mechanical, which includes like wheels and steering hinges and decouplers and contractible springs and suspensions and pistons and all sorts of crazy crap. These are the weapons. A spike ball, metal blade, a circular saw, metal spike, cannon, flamethrower, bomb holder, which allows you to hold the bomb, flaming ball, or boulder. And then a plow. And then, yes, you can actually make flying machines, and I will be showing, well, hopefully I'll just show you one. It kind of gets a little bit laggy. You can also add armor plates to your machine. That kind of sums up everything that you can kind of do in this machine. But obviously you have an objective. A goal is to kind of just build machines of death and annihilate things like so. Let me jack up the speed back to 100% here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's really simplistic to control machines. It's going to be really fun to kind of just experiment. Like I said, it's kind of like playing with Legos, to be honest with you. It's the best way to describe it. I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, poor sheep. I killed the sheep. It's just kind of like playing with Legos, basically. You're just kind of screwing around, coming up with different ideas and ways to get things done. So as you can see, like I've built this little tiny machine, but if I wanted to, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, I don't like the basic design of this. Well, I want to make it a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go for maximum destruction. We're going to go over here. We're going to add a little extender, right? And then we're going to go over here. And we're going to grab a circular saw. Add one there. And can we add one on here? Of course we can. Why not, right? And now suddenly the thing goes from shooting a cannon to being a vicious machine of death, which apparently spun out and destroyed itself. Let's try that again. There we go. Well, it destroyed the house, but it's not really effective at doing much else. Okay, you can do this. You can do this. No, no. Oh, man! Stupid buzzsaw. You can do this, buzzsaw. Get in there and kill the sheep. Alright, it didn't come off. That's the good news. I'm a little bit out of control here. Oh my god! No, it's just spinning out of control here. Okay, here we go. Why can I not turn left properly? There we go. Go, go, go. No! No, watch out for the rock. Whoa, god. Alright, you know what? I got an idea. Let's take out that bottom one. I think that's what's messing us up right here. Again, you just do that simply by running your mouse over it and just kind of pressing delete, and that takes care of any particular... Oh, that's much better. Look at this. These sheep don't have a chance. Oh, yes! Ah, sheepy, sheepy, sheep. Is he dead? Okay, I don't know. You can't turn off the blood, by the way. Oh, God. You can turn off the blood, by the way. All those options are available to you. If you're, have younger kids and you don't want them perhaps seeing all that death, gore, and destruction, you do have that option available to you. Let's go ahead and show you off one of my other creations. This is Dingy. I made him much earlier in the game. And he basically is just a giant... That's all he does. That's all he really does. He also has a flamethrower, which I forget which button I need to press to activate that. Oh, why? Right. He just kind of goes forward and backwards. This is, like I said, this is just really simplistic machines. Not all of them are used for very specific actions. Some of them are just, you can do very specific things with them. But for the most part, I found that Dingy kind of takes care of all my problems for the most part. As you can see, my objective in this particular zone was just to destroy that thing. Dingy can just walk right up to him and smack him down. But there's a lot, like just what I said, there's a lot of creation, a lot of imagination here to start constructing things, and just getting really ridiculous construction. People using the pistons and the spinning blocks to create some ridiculous looking machines. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and show you one right now. I'm not going to actually be able to drive this particular machine because it just lags the shit out of my computer. But I will show it to you, which is, I think it's Boom, or is it Tank? I forget. Is it? I think it's Boom. I'm pretty sure it's Boom. Okay, so we're going to load up Boom. Or not. Load. Alright, now like I said, I promise you, this is going to lag out my computer. Now, I cannot show you this particular machine in action, because right now, every time if I were to hit spacebar, it would just completely lag out my screen. But just look at this massive behemoth of a machine. There's cannons and all sorts of crazy contraptions going on in this particular machine. You can kind of zoom in and see the inner workings of it. Though these are all community made. It's very important to note that none of this is actually my creation. Only the ones with the pictures that you see there are my creations. The rest of them are made by the community. All credit goes to them. They made these amazing machines. I'm just showing them off, basically, because I just want you to see kind of crazy-ass crap this game makes, things that you can do in this game. You can just see how vast and complex the inside of this machine is, with pistons and other things going on in here. This thing lags the crap out of my computer, though. Let's show off another one here. We can show off a really cool one I liked, actually, which is this one right here. This is a light launcher. Again, this was made by a... whoops. Nope, undo that. This was made by a community member. And what it is it's a catapult. That's all it is. That's all it does. It's a catapult. But it's a very effective catapult. So as you can see, it's kind of empty right now. So we're going to want to put something in it. We're going to put a flaming ball in the catapult. There we go. So we got a flaming ball in the catapult now. And as you can see there, it's on fire. And all we have to do to basically launch this one is we could press L. But that's not going to necessarily hit our objective. Oh, hold on. I'm having issues here. There we go. Well, it kind of hit. Let's try that again. Okay, hold on. There we go. Perfect. Oh, God. It lit my machine on fire. No. No. Oh, my God. What happened? Ah! Ah! Oh, my God. Ah! What the hell? I'm pressing H, and apparently these pistons are just extending. It's kind of hilarious. Can I do that while the machine is active? No. Launch. Oh, God. It's bursting at the seams, sir. I'd say I think I enjoy that more than anything else. Kind of just exploding this machine and having it extend and then push outward like so. Just hilarious construction there. You can see how just neat and weird this game can be. It's like I said, it's like playing with Legos, just demented Legos, if you will. I completely missed that. Let's try that again. There we go. All right. And that's just one of the many examples of the community-created machines that you see in this type of game. There's all sorts of crazy machines in this game. Now, as far as the levels go or anything like that goes, there's 15 levels. I actually just got stumped on a recent level, which was this one right here, because I didn't know how to construct catapults. It is easy to make things for the most part, but it takes a certain level of learning. You're going to have to start learning tricks and how to use certain objects. I'm pretty sure I could use this particular catapult, this community-created catapult, to do this particular mission. So we're going to go ahead and do that really quick, and then we'll see how this goes. We're going to put a bomb in its hands, though. And we're a little off, so we might want to just grab it. Just that looks good to me. It looks a little bit about right on, huh? A little bit more left, man. A little bit more to the left. There we go. Okay. And then we'll basically just lean back and fire. Beautiful shot. I didn't pass that level before. I use a community curation to beat that level. But again, you're going to want to experiment on your own. It's like you're going to want to figure things out for yourself. Let's move along here. The levels are fun. The objectives are entertaining. They're always a little bit different. Some of them are to, like, destroy a building. Some of them are to, wipe out as many soldiers as you can. Let's see, like the Queen's Fodder is a really fun mission. We'll go ahead and create a custom machine for this one, because this is just always, it's a great level, this one. I like this one a lot. So we're going to start off by adding some pieces. Again, very simplistic construction here. I'm not going through anything too fancy. I just want to, oops, that's wrong move. Back, undo. I just want to kill as many people as possible. So we'll do this, do this. We're going to have to add some wheels at some point. Okay. That should be good. I think we should be okay with this. We'll go ahead and add some pistons right here, which allows to hopefully turn the machine. And then we'll add some wheels here. Add some wheels here. And then we'll add wheels here and here. And we'll see how that drives around for a second. Let's just, whoops, I hit the wrong button. Let's see how that drives around for a second. It does work. It does work pretty well, actually. Okay, so it obviously drives pretty well. It handles pretty well. Let's add some weapons of death and destruction to it, shall we? Let's just start with buzzsaws. I think buzzsaws are really entertaining. And then we got some buzzsaws on there. Let's add some vicious, whoopsie, blades of death. Again, that's just the camera is a little bit difficult to control occasionally. Let's add some vicious blades of death. Now this thing looks vicious. Let's see how this handles, yeah. Shall we? Okay, we're going to hit F1, reorient the camera. We'll see how this works. It's effective. It could be... Oh, God in heaven! It exploded. It could be more effective. I'm not a huge fan of the blades. So we're going to delete those. We're going to actually change out the blades. Simply pressing delete. We're going to add... let's go with flamethrowers. This can be dangerous because our machine is vulnerable to fire. I mean, it is mostly made out of wood. We can armor plate it and make it, invulnerable to fire if we wanted. Oh God, it's we're on fire. They're on fire. Everyone is on fire. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! They're all dead, sir, except the archers. They all made. Oh, never mind. Oh God, Buzzsaw is going crazy. Oh God! Oh, the Buzzsaw is killing them from beyond the grave of my machine. Go Buzzsaw, go Buzzsaw, go! Okay, well, anyways, I think that gives you an example of the kind of craziness that you can do. And that's just the fun of it. You can just say, okay, that one's called Buzzy. Let's call that one Buzzy. And you keep that machine, bring it back later, use it for different kinds of missions, guys. And it just gets really, really crazy. So let's go ahead and let's start. I can go back to the first level and just show off a couple more community creations, because I feel like that's what's going to get you excited about this game. Is not the crap that I made, because whatever I make is very simplistic. I've only been playing the game for less than 3 hours, for God's sakes. But the stuff that people make are really, really cool. So we'll go ahead and start off with the robot, and this is literally what you think it is. It is a robot. It walks kind of like a co-op character. Which is to say, not very good. But, I mean, I can't... Oh, God. I can't create this thing. It kind of walks, right? You can do it. You can do it, buddy. Don't fall on your face. Don't fall on your face. Oh, God. Like I said, he controls like a quad character, guys. He's really good at getting down. He's like, dun, dun, dun. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Let's keep walking. Keep walking. Let's zoom in a little bit. Don't you fall over, robot. Don't you fall over, robot. You can do this. Now, this is just, again, this is simplistic creation of, for God's sakes. let's spin him. Very simplistic creation. Nothing too complicated. Oh, God! Okay. I think that's enough of the robot, but you get the basic idea. of that. Let's go off and show you the helicopter. Now we're going to turn off the, where is it? There we go. Now, again, this is where things, oh God in heaven. This is where things get a little bit laggy. You can tell my frame rates dropped like crazy. And that's just because certain machines can definitely lag you out. We're going to put them hopefully on the ground. Hopefully things will not lag. Let's just turn off like the shadows, for instance, and see if that helps out a little bit. No, it's still way laggy, guys. But you get the basic idea of the kind of... You could also make flying machines in this game, which is really cool. And this is just one example of how this one works. You can see there's a lot of binding. There's a lot of flight controls here. I think if you press like I, it starts flying. Yeah, see, it's way lagged out though. That's the problem. Hold on. There we go. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, it's not as laggy as I thought it would be. Okay, so this is an example of flight. Pretty cool, huh? I think so. I certainly couldn't build anything like this. I don't know how to pilot this particular machine. I think it's like forward for forward, left for left. Yeah, but there you go. There's a helicopter, guys. How freaking cool is that? Someone made a helicopter. Again, all fan creations. I did not make this. I'm not taking any credit for it. I just wanted to show off the cool stuff. Oh, God in heaven! They're dead, sir. Their shitty pilot killed them all. So that's just an example of the helicopters you can make. I don't really think there's really much else I have to show you. There's a pretty cool tank right here. Very simplistic designs. It's just a machine. All it does is heavily armored and rams through stuff. Like so. Just another awesome creation, guys. This one's armored up to a T. Just to give you an example of what that can do. Let me zoom in a little bit. Can we see the inner workings of it? Nah, but we can certainly delete layers from it and just start getting into the nitty-gritty of it and see how it works. And that's one thing I think is really cool about this game, guys. You can download something, learn how to make something better, experiment. Yes, it's an early access game. Yes, there isn't technically too much content. There is a... I apologize, guys. Apparently the game cut out, crashed on me, so I had to reload it. But yeah, I was saying this was the sandbox mode that you can kind of play around with, create another machine, basically, kind of test it against all sorts of crazy obstacles, and it just gives you a little bit more extra gameplay out of the game. But again, that's all really dependent on how much you enjoy playing with the blocks of this game, guys. How much you enjoy, you know, driving around, testing out the limits of your machine, and seeing how well it can do. If you enjoy playing with like Legos, like I said, you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck out of this game. But if you don't, and oh God in heaven, oh God, oh no, oh no, oh man, oh, it took out my vehicle. If you don't enjoy playing with Legos, if you don't enjoy that creation aspect, if you don't enjoy using your imagination, and you're looking for more of an objective, you might want to hold off until they add more levels into the game, which they will do. It's an early access game, guys. I hope they also add Steam Workshop integration so that way you can share your creations with other players or download theirs. I think that'll be really fun and really neat way to integrate Steam Workshop capabilities. Obviously, there's no Steamy goodness right now. As far as the graphics and sound, all that stuff goes, it's all really cute. I enjoy it. I like the way things look. It's obviously very simplistic, but it all works rather well, guys. Also, the music is kind of serene for how hilarious it is to destroy and kill everything around you. It's very serene music, guys. And although it's easy to play, easy to construct things, but there's a lot of complexity to creating really pretty badass machines, helicopters and catapults. It all takes a little bit of learning, and it's really easy, but once you learn how to do it, that is. So yeah, that kind of pretty much covers up Besiege, guys. I can't wait for them to finish this game, add more levels to it. I just want to say a big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up that tip jar if you're feeling generous of heart. All tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways, guys. Till next time, guys, play more indie games.